Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome to the Ni No Kuni, the Wrath of the White Witch Let's Play. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we are now traveling along with Marcason and Gascon. I want to say that's what his name is, and we're going to be heading off into where the Tombstone Trail is going to be to continue onwards with our adventure from here. Now, there is going to be with some brand new type of familiars that are going to be heading into this area as well for what we're going to be seeing, such as, with example, for Wisp that is going to be sorted out within this time. Now, there is going to be a couple more other familiars that we are going to be running on into, but however, within these two videos for today, we are not going to only just be doing out here with Ni No Kuni, the Wrath of the White Witch, but we are also, of course, going to be going in, do some more of the Ocarina of Time Let's Play as well, too. We are going to be jumping on into the Shadow Temple out of all stuff, which is kind of weird because, you know, like, we're in some sort of, like, type of a Halloween type of dungeon that's going to be happening here in Ni No Kuni, and now we're going to be heading into a another dungeon, which that's going to be happening into a Legend of Zelda game, which that does feel a little bit more of a Halloween type of flavor area as well too. Which unfortunately, while I am recording this, we are still in the month of February, which we are nowhere even close to Halloween, to be honest with you. But I did go and see the brand new Pokemon Presents, because if you guys want to know, this is going to be February 27th of 2024, and that does mean that it is Pokemon Day, so happy Pokemon Day if you guys are celebrating around with the Pokemon Day as well too. There's a lot of new things that were going off within there, and I want to say that the brand new game that is going to be coming out was a very big shocker, which I did not even get to know. I always kind of like to leave myself a little bit out of the open a little bit, just so that I don't have to really know about anything like leaks wise or anything that is happening within anything spoilish for what's happening with any type of new Pokemon game that's gonna be happening from Game Freak. And the big shocker that I literally came out to go and see was that we are heading back to Kalos, which that is crazy. Pokemon Legends ZA, I believe that's what it's known as, and it's going to be heading into 2025. So it's going to be one of those years where I want to say that Pokemon is going to be slowly transitioning into another year, because I know that before, I think, what was it, in 2013 or so, or 2014, I think it was more so 2014, the last game that came out around within the Pokemon lifespan was the ORAS games, right? And then afterwards, 2015, there was no Pokemon games at all, or even anything, to be honest with you, for that matter. I think there was like only a few like little side games that happened. Like, I think it was like Mystery Dungeon, I think was one of them. I think it was like Super Mystery Dungeon, but that was literally about it. Within 2015, I want to say, but there was no mainline titles at all whatsoever, and this is going to be something really interesting. So I guess for right now, since we're going to be kind of dealing around within 2024, there is going to be nothing really too much Pokemon related type of stuff, unless if you're going to be doing a lot of things mobile related, though, if you're playing like on Android for like the Pokemon Master stuff. But anyways, enough about me talking about with Pokemon, because we're playing Ni No Kuni, and right now we are heading into where this skeleton man is going to be. And I know that we are kind of like in a dead type of situation that's around here. Now, if you guys remember, we do actually have that special type of spell that we went and picked up with. I don't know who ever gave that to us, but it's actually known as the Poison Apple spell. And apparently, if we go and use this, we can actually get ourselves our own game over that's going to happen. But this needs to actually happen within this area so that we can at least get a game over, just so that we can go and continue onwards with the story. Oh man, Oliver's already down and out already. And that's not good. And let's see how well we are now with the time. So we're still doing pretty well. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of some things that we're going to have to go and do within this Tombstone Trail, because while we just went through this little segment here, we are also going to have to go and do a little bit of some exploration with some sort of weird abandoned house that's going to be happening around within this game. And then also as well too, we're going to have to go and do a little bit of some cave exploring. And this is where we're going to have to go and use the magic lamp spell as well too in the process. Which there will also be other familiars that are going to be popping up within that area. Now, unfortunately, around later on throughout the dungeon, I can't really go and continue much further within there, because I am going to get myself a little bit lost in a way, so I'll have to do some other things for the next episode afterwards. But yeah, so just keep on following throughout the path. We do have that little guide button there for the star, which that is always a big help for this game, just so that we can at least figure out where to go. I know that before, when we went and played like Dark Cloud 2 and other things that happened from the last time, they didn't really give us any type of like checkpoints or anything here, but it's pretty nice that Ni No Kuni actually gives you something for that. But yeah, so here we are. We're finally here in this place. And we're going to see if Marquise can go and finally do any of his spells here as well, too. And unfortunately, no spell working is going to happen from there. What? You just said that you just can't do it. And then you're going to be saying that he's lying? Maybe you don't have to be too pushy about that there, Gascon. Like, seriously. And you're like the older brother out here. Well, Esther's gonna try to like make sure that with Gascon here is that he has to be a little bit more, I guess, like at least a little bit more nicer to his brother, right? Like, I know that me and my sister, we kind of have like some indifferences between each other sometimes, but you know, at the very end of all things, we always make up and we always become good brother and sister at the very end, anyways. So it's all good. Now, the one thing that is really weird about with this little type of text dialogue there is apparently Swain kind of knows about like how this whole situation is because he may have probably had similar experiences with that. Now, I don't know per se, but since I never really jumped into Ni No Kuni before and I've never really seen too much of the actual plot of the story, that would be really weird and wild if it was like, if Swain is like the older version of like Marquesan or something. That would be really weird and strange if that was actually like something that was going on about with that. But again, we see one of these robots here again, and I don't think we have anything to kind of literally go and, go and move around with this guy at all. So we can't just get this dude all up and running. And even like the rejuvenate type of spell doesn't really work. Or even the puppet strength one either. I thought that those two would at least somewhat relatively work on those guys, but I guess not. But hey, there's also some extra little pots there. Now, we did get a skeleton key. Now, if you guys do recall from one of the skeleton people that were around, now, I believe there is a door that we went and checked around with at the very beginning of the Tombstone Trail, and I want to say that that key could actually be the key that we do want to go and head on over to where that rusty type of door is at, because that could probably lead us into another location around over here. But however, we got ourselves into another one of those Zombo battles, but nothing really anything too interesting from there to even begin with. But now it's like super dark in here. This is our cave exploration that we have to go and do. So looks like we have to get ourselves all up into gear into using on our magic lamp for the very first time. Now it only takes about 1 MP and it actually does last for a little bit of some time. But don't use it up like too much though. Because probably later on you'll probably realize that you'll probably be running out of MP though. Because it actually does last, I want to say, for like a good like 10 minutes or so of just having that magical lamp with you. But now we got a battle with these egg rolls. Have no idea about who these guys are, and I don't know if I actually get one as a friend or not. But we'll have to see what happens here. But we're going to go and use Esther, and time to bring out with some Bone Ranger out here. I know that during the last episode, I want to say Bone Ranger is now finally all the way up to, I think, around level 30 at this point in time. So we're almost very close to Bone Baron status, because I want to say that's around level 32 or 35. So we keep on boosting up with our levels a little bit more. I think we should be in the clear. And there we go. Barker's all up into another level. So very nice. And I think we should be able to get into Metamorphosis as well, too, within our time of having Barker to hopefully become a Grimray at this point. Because Grimray, from what I've heard, is a really nice, good familiar. So here we go. Gonna lay out the way here. And there seems to be like a chest. Now, this chest is very bad. You do not want to open this up. This is actually known as the Avenger badge, and this actually causes slow on our characters here. And unfortunately, we are now cursed. And we have to go and basically use that curse be gone type of item that we have. And you don't want to be going back to that chest every time, because it will reopen up itself and it will cause another curse to be happening. And you want to make sure that you at least have a lot of curses with you, or well, not a lot of curses with you, but a lot of curse items to kind of disappear that effect off, so that you don't have to really go and have that issue anymore. I do have those cursed begons, and I don't think I have too much more of them after now since that happened. And all of your party members get it. I'm not even joking you. Every single one of your party members actually has the cursed ass, and then you have to like use your medicine on all 3 of them. It just doesn't happen on one single person. So now we're here in this little dark alcove here, and this is, I think, the main destination on where we actually have to go, but we don't have, I think, a certain type of item that we need around over here, so I guess for right now, that is completely useless at this point. There is nothing that we could go and do here. Yeah, we could also try to use Fireball or any other type of moves that we even have for attacking moves, but that's not really going to be doable either. So, I think, yeah, and there's our checkpoint star right there. So, you know that there's going to have to be something around here that we're going to have to go and do. So, we do have Levitate, and I don't think we ever got to go and show off with this spell yet, but this basically does make us fly around and other things that are happening from here. But I think for right now, this looks like a good enough time for us to just go and end off the episode for today. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next one of Ni No Kuni, and hopefully I'll try to figure out where we have to go to next from around here. So I'll see you guys then, and of course, peace!